Oh, we gotta change it. Did it? Oh god. Well, maybe I make it done. Is it? It's not letting me change the title of the game. Oh my god. I don't think I've entered so many times to refresh either. Nope. Well, it's just gonna be stuck saying Metro, because it won't let me change it. Alright. So, I guess we'll jump right into it. Some things are shut off the stream. I'm feeling a little sick due to my allergies. They're acting up real bad, so forgive me if I start wheezing and coughing at certain points. What else? I haven't played this game in a really long time. And I don't remember what I was doing in it. Or if this is where we left off the last time I played it, so you'll have to give me some time to readjust to the game. Yeah, so load game. Yes.
Previously during the investigation.
These puppies are making me go to another town in the boondocks again.
I didn't think you'd keep me waiting in the rain for so long.
Welcome to Greenwood. I'm the sheriff, George Woodman. Call me George.
There's definitely something in this town. Do you feel it, Zach? My coffee warned me about it.
My coffee warned me about it. Oh, there we go, now it changed. Okay. Alright, I have to pause real quick. Or not. Why is the controller not working? Oh wait, hold on, do I have to click it? And click the game. There we go. I had to click into the game. Whoops. Oh boy. Alright, let's see. Looks almost brand new. No problem. Alright. So, what were we doing? Do I have, an objective screen? I forgot. Oh! The evidence we've collected. Okay. Trading cards, right. Profiling. I could pretty much like relearn everything I did that I probably forgot, but yeah, let's not. There are only 12 profiles? And we've done 3. Huh. There's only 9 left. Shit. Okay, I don't remember what my objective is. Hold on, I gotta relearn all the buttons. Okay. Select is the map. Alright. Oh, another thing, right off the bat. My niece is still here. It's like the next day from, Thursday. She, like, had a sleepover, so if you hear screaming, like a small screaming child, that's her. There's nothing I can do about it. Alright, I don't have a timer, so I don't think I have to be anywhere right now. Do do I? So A is use stop, X is flashlight. Then it's what, look? Crap, wait. Oh, hold breath is, freight bumper? What? What is sprint? Okay, let's change weapon. Do I have a sprint? Is there a way to sprint? Keep pushing X for flashlight. Hold on. Oh, controls. Option. What does this mean? Change the blood color. Okay, I can't look at the controls. Maybe I just can't run indoors. Oh, it's left trigger. Okay. Jeez, so weird. God, I hate allergies. Like, sometimes it feels like I have asthma, and I don't. But it's like, it gets real bad where I'm like wheezing. What? Wait, hold on. What's happening? Is there a car, or do I have to run there? Get a car? Oh god, I have to remember how to drive. That's a siren. I feel like I may have done this part already. Maybe I didn't save. You know, this game has a lot of issues with crashing. So, I assume I'm playing the version. Well, I hopefully am playing the one that...
Okay, Zach. I've been thinking about what movie I'd like to watch next. And finally, I've made a decision.
fixes what...
It's always hard to narrow it down just to one movie, but I've put a lot of thought into this, and I'm sure you'll agree with me. 1975. Directed by Steven Spielberg himself. The grandfather of panic movies. Set in a small town in Massachusetts. That movie made me stay away from the beach for years.
Jaws?
I was always afraid that a hand might come floating up. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah? It's Jaws. The underwater camera work, accompanied by that John Williams music. I'd never been that scared by a movie before. But the best thing about it is that it isn't just another panic movie.
Oh, whoops.
The mayor who won't close the beach even when there are so many victims. Chief Brody putting the citizens' lives above all else. The film gave a lot of time to the dispute and friction between them. It certainly had a lot of messages for a 2-hour film. That's probably another reason why it was such a record-breaking hit. One of my regrets in life is that I didn't see it at the movie theater. I guess I was still just a child back then. But still, I wanted to taste that terror in real time.
Take
That reminds me, Zach.
this road?
Did you know this one?
Jaws also appears in another movie that was produced by Spielberg. The second Back to the Future. It was directed by Robert Zemeckis, who later made Forrest Gump. That's also a masterpiece, of course, but we'll discuss that another time. So, the scene where Jaws appears is right after Marty McFly goes 30 years into the future. He passes by a movie theater and is attacked by a holographic shark. Marty is shocked, of course, but looking closer, he sees the words, Jaws Part 19. The director is credited as Steven Spielberg Jr. In reality, there were actually only 4 Jaws movies. It was still a great joke. 30 years from 1985 would be 2015. We'll be there pretty soon.
I wonder what life would be like by then, Zach.
2015's already passed though. Oh, apparently I killed an enemy. I wasn't even paying attention. Alright, take a this is the left. Should I keep going this way? Really? Get them with me. Am I going the right way? This feels like it leads out of town. Yeah, this feels like it's taking me off course. Yeah. Look like an actual map. Like the whole map. Yeah. Okay, I need to take a left and then another left. What? Wait, is it right here? Hold on. No, it's up there. Straight. This road. I cannot drive in this game, jeez. Here we go.
Zach, Emily arranged for people to come between 1500 and 1700.
We can't do anything here right now. Let's come back at the right time.
Oh my god. Really? Wait! Smoking cigarettes past this time, right? Yes, hold on. Yeah, use. Use another one? Oh, do I need to eat food? Hold on, it might be actually easier to, just, quit to the menu menu and restart. Because that way I can sleep in the bed and pass time.
Previously, during the investigation,
No,
These
I don't
puppies
want to listen to previously. Thank you. Alright, so what time is it? 3. So I'm gonna sleep, I guess? Oh, I need to eat food. You said 15. That would be 12 hours. Oh, and I'm starving. Oh god, my health is going down. Let's see. Use. Need a pickle is to use. There we go. Now I should be able to leave. Yeah, maybe it just gets weird and creepy at night. Alright, where's this, there we go. This way. Ooh! Jeez. Do we want to listen to them talk about Jaws again?
Okay, Zach. I've been thinking about what movie I'd like to watch next. And finally, I've made a decision.
It's always hard to narrow it down just to one movie, but I've put a lot of thought into this, and I'm sure you'll agree with me.
What did it take?
1975. Directed by Steven Spielberg himself,
Is there a turn up here?
the grandfather of panic movies. Set in a small town in Massachusetts. That movie made me stay away from the beach for years. I was always afraid that a hand might come floating up. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yep. It's Jaws. The underwater camera work accompanied by that John Williams music. I'd never been that scared by a movie before. But the best thing about it is that it isn't just another panic movie.
Hold on. I gotta look at the actual map real quick. Alright, I'm gonna go up, take a right, go all the way down, past this little weird corner station, take a left. Why is everyone... Oh, this is the meeting with all the townspeople! After this, I'll try to do side quests? I don't know if you can call them that. And I don't know if they're important to, like, the story yet. So, hold on. Let me... So, as soon as I get up to this major road, right. And then... past, like, this payphone, left. Alright. I think I can, remember that. I should stop and get gas. I can't believe we have to get gas in this game. Where's the nearest gas station? I don't even think I see it. I don't see a gas station. No. Nick's house. Yeah, I don't see a gas station. Oh, side missions. Right. How many are there? Oh, it tells you what chapters they show up in too. There are 50? 2 through 4, 6 or 9. So we could do... We're on like, what, chapter 6? Are there any we failed to be able to do? I don't think so. Chapter 26, oh my jeez. A lot of these are chapter 26 only. Well, okay, a few of them are not. It doesn't look like I failed to miss any. Alright, so I have to like remember that's a thing. Alright, look. Adjourn. I feel like I'm playing LA Noire. Because I had to drive properly in that game too, otherwise you lose points. You get penalties or whatever. Alright, am I passing the weird? Not yet. Also not a gas station yet. I just realized if you zoom in, it's gonna show up. It's this. Nope, it's not that road. It's up a little farther. It's the next left turn. Yeah, I'll try to do as much in this game as possible when it comes to side missions and trading cards. Just a moment. Alright, I'm back. I was talking about dinner stuff. We're eating Chinese food, so they wanted to know what I wanted. Alright, so like back to the game. Started at 6. It's only been like 20 minutes. Right, this might end up being a short stream, like, I don't know, 2 hours or something like that. Just because I can feel like my allergy stuff getting worse. Plus, mentioning Chinese food made me hungry. So, alright, keep going. Right, yeah, keep going. If my, yes, I might cut the stream after like an hour or two, which will make it like very short, but if I feel better later on in the day, I might stream again. This car only does 45 miles an hour. Like, seriously? But I guess this is like a teeny tiny town. You don't need to be going super fast anyway. Right? Turn. Alright, sorry about that. My niece came to say hi. Alright, keep it up. There's just like so many interruptions. I hope you guys don't think it's not like I've ever been super professional about streaming anyway. I jump on Discord
Greenvale Community Center.
all the time.
Now that's an impressive building. The clock tower is impressive too.
Then you guys have to listen to my friends screaming about their games. Anyway. I'm dying. I hate allergies.
Zach, I haven't been on stage like this since elementary school. I'm not some tree in the wind this time either. That was a tough role. I was a piece of scenery. Bright red tree.
Thank you all for coming today. Getting right down to business. Agent Morgan from the Federal Bureau of Investigations wishes to speak with you.
Good afternoon.
Holds up the badge
I'm Special
every
Agent Francis
time.
York Morgan. Some of you are already aware by now of the tragic murder of Anna Graham. Truly a heinous, terrible crime. I've come to this town to solve the murder of this young, beautiful girl, and to bring the one responsible to justice. Unfortunately, incidents like these have a tendency to happen again.
Yeah.
I asked to have you gathered here so I can share some advice in order to minimize the risk of further fatal incidents. Firstly, please, stay away from any dark, dangerous, isolated places. Those of you with children, especially of Anna's age, please, guide your children away from such places at all costs. Secondly, avoid going out when it is raining. Now, I've heard the folklore story of the Raincoat Killer.
Okay.
There is a chance that the murderer is mimicking the story. Women should also be especially careful. I would hate to see more victims.
I swear they have like 2 soundtracks in this entire game. Okay, I guess it'd be 3. This the whistle song and then the Lumiere music.
Who's the fashionably late one?
That's Carol, Thomas's sister. She owns a bar.
Thomas's sister.
Excuse me. So, as I have said, avoid going outside when it is raining. Young women should be especially careful. Report anything or anyone suspicious immediately. The murderer will be caught and brought to justice. But you must all remain on guard until we do so. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Oh god, is this another riddle? Or is this something else?
When paying for our sins, we must not frown. The loss of Anna was for that debt.
Alright, it's not riddles, it's rhymes. Same thing, almost. I guess it's a combination of both.
When purple fog covers our town, we'll all wander in hell, I fret. So says Mr. Stewart.
Oh my god. I don't know, there are 4 soundtracks.
Sure knows how to steal thunder.
Well then, Zach, let's ask some questions before all these guys leave.
Right, I have to go, talk to, like, everyone. Alright, hold on. Okay, there. No. Alright, there we go. Let's see. Take that.
Quite a performance. Mysterious and very poetic. But I don't think many of your audience appreciated it.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, the purple fog appears with rain, soiling and ruining our town. The evil does not drain. Find out why the town is soiled. Remove the source from which it boiled. Then and only then your case is solved. But for this to happen, to solve the crime, the proper must do the proper at the proper time.
What?
It is not yet mine. is Mr. Stewart's time, not mine. But if you, Mr. York, find the right timing to chat with me, that is, with Mr. Stewart, may that be. Informative and fruitful, you will see. So says Mr. Stewart.
Oh my
So,
God.
Harry, you know something. But there's some reason why you can't tell me yet. Is that what you're trying to say?
Cut the poetic rubbish, Harry, and tell us what you know. We can force you to talk, you know.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, pay close attention to the signs, the omens, and the premonitions. Small they may be, they still are finds, and helpful to your investigations. So says Mr. Stewart.
Thanks for the warning, Harry. But don't worry. Me and Zach, we know what we're doing.
Considering that I'm technically Zach, I don't know what I'm doing, so I think you should rely on Mr. Stewart, actually. Probably be more helpful. Okay, these are just like, I guess, generic NPCs. I can't talk to any of those guys. Alright, I have to talk to, I think, like, they're all spread out. They all say suspect. I'm trying to think of who would be best to talk to first, so... I guess let's check out here in the main hall. Or entryway.
So you're the FBI agent, are you?
The general. Owner of the scrapyard.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
I'm the general. I fought for my country in the Vietnam War.
A real-life war hero. So why are you living here?
Soldier, this is my hometown. After a man returns from war, there's no place to go other than his hometown. Your little speech, you mentioned the raincoat killer.
Was that a problem?
You imbecile. The raincoat killer's no myth, not mere folklore, not a fairy tale. It's based on actual events that happened in this town.
Seriously?
It is. I'm interested. Can you tell me more about this?
You kids today don't even know how to ask for something right. Soldier, if you want to hear more, you come to my office.
He literally exudes raw power, Zach. Despite the credibility issues, we should give him a visit.
One thing, though. Calls himself a general, but isn't that a sergeant's uniform?
I don't know. which is bad, considering my dad was in the military. You think I'd know shit about it, but I don't. Oh boy. We have to go to the scrapyard anyway, if I believe, because at the beginning of the game, York, like, destroyed his car coming into town, so I think we have to go there to get it fixed. Because I think our car drives faster than any of the other vehicles. Like the police cars you get in the game. Oh, we can talk to these guys again.
Are you getting closer to catching the murderer?
Hello again, Fiona. Good to see you here.
Well, Dr. Johnson told me to be here. He said it would be important.
Well, that was good advice. He may be young, but he seems like a wise man.
Oh, and he's a very hard-working person, too. Everyone thinks he's some kind of weirdo, but I don't think so at all. People don't understand why he's in the autopsy room all day, but I do. He's doing research to make the world a better place in the future. You know, he already made a fortune in LA with his career.
I did not know that.
You didn't? Oh, the doctor is a very rich man. He has a really big house over by the lake.
Amazing, Zach. He must be loaded. Rich and young. A perfect combination.
But you don't get that feeling from him at all, do you? He doesn't show it. That's one of the things I like best about him.
Well, I could have been fooled if it weren't for you. Thanks for the valuable information, Fiona.
The way York said that, rich and young, a perfect combination, made me think that he was gonna, like, get at, like, York. Seriously.
Agent York,
Is
you
really
make
a
any
gold
progress?
digger?
Of course, plenty. Tell me, Usha, when is Anna's funeral?
That's still undecided. Sally isn't really in any condition to do it right now.
Yeah.
Her mother? I don't see her here.
Anna was her sole reason for living after her husband was deceased. Well, she's probably huddled up at home.
And I should probably take some time to pay her a visit.
Well, yes, you should. And I'd appreciate it if you could, too. But don't go too hard on her, okay?
Alright, so we have to go visit Sally's mom at some point. We talked to Polly before 'cause she works at the hotel we're staying at. Talk to her again anyway.
Mr. Morgan, you're quite an impressive public speaker.
Really? Thank you, Polly.
You reminded me a little of a play I saw when I was younger.
What kind of play?
I'm talking about back when this place was still called the Mercury Theater. When I was young, I used to come here often with my husband. God rest
Oh
his
God,
soul.
here we go.
We'd come on the weekend to see the latest play. He'd always pretend to be uninterested, but I could tell he was excited inside. He was just one of those kind of guys, really, thinking about it now.
Really, Polly? So what's your favorite play?
Oh, well, I like so many. There was one in particular, but I can't recall the name anymore. Oh, it was a very famous one, too.
Something by Shakespeare?
Oh, No, nothing.
Damn it.
One more bell that doesn't ring anymore.
Do we not get a
I've
guess?
always been forgetful about the plays we used to see anyway. Oh, and my husband would get angry at me for forgetting what we saw. He'd go on for hours retelling what the play was about. His eyes were so sparkling, like a happy young boy.
I see. So, what's your favorite play?
You already asked.
I almost forgot, Mr. Morgan. We're going to have another guest soon. I have to get back and get things ready. Sorry for having to hurry away. I'll see you back at the hotel.
Polly, no.
Zach, I think she could embarrass the toughest of the FBI's interrogators. She successfully avoided answering my questions, Zach. Amazing.
I love her. She's like #1 grandma. Alright, let's hear what this person has to say. You have no questions about why she's standing there holding a pot. Alright. Every time he shows the badge.
Oh my. My pot is getting cold.
Roaming Sigourney? Nickname the pot lady.
Hey, mister. My pot is getting cold.
You are... who?
What are you saying? I'm Sigourney. Sigourney.
Sigourney. Okay. Now, what is the matter? Can you explain?
No time for chatting. I need to hurry. My pot is getting colder. Oh, you're useless.
Zach, we've met all sorts today, but really, she takes the cake. Amazing.
Yep. You said it. So I think there are actually side missions involving driving Sigourney to her house or something like that. Because she literally does wander around the town carrying a pot. Like, that's all she does. Okay, there's Jim, who... he's the grandfather of the twins that found... Anna. right? Anna was her name. The girl who died. Oh god, I already forgot. Yeah, I'll talk to him again.
Jim, thanks for your help in the forest. How are Isaac and Isaiah?
They're
Isaac
fine.
and Isaiah.
They really seem to love their grandpa.
Well, I guess they do, son. I want to keep them away from the filth of the material world as much as I can. Their mother agrees, which is why she lets me take care of them so often.
And that's why I want you to solve this case quickly and go home. Those rumors about that scar of yours do more damage than good around here.
I guess I reek of the material world, don't I? I have to in order to do my job. But I understand what you mean.
I'd think the same if I was born in a place like this, Zach.
I mean, it depends. Like, I didn't really grow up, like, small town. But there's, like... I don't know. It depends. Like, I don't like big cities. I've gone to Chicago a couple times for, like, art classes and stuff. We have, like, field trips there. And, man. Like, I'm not talking for everyone, but, like... Ooh, boy, there's something about, like, big cities and, like... like, everything feels crowded and rushed, I guess, to me. God, I don't know how many times people, like, tried to run me down in the street while I was crossing the road. Especially it's, like the crosswalk sign's on, it says I can go, and then people are still, like, honking their horns at you. Like, bro, I have the right of way right now. Like, you need to calm down. So, yeah, I guess I can understand. My grandparents owned a farm. So, like, in the summertime, I spend a lot of time up there, and I'd like to kind of beat out, like, away from, like, all the buildings and, like, street lights and traffic and stuff. Being around it, animals and stuff like that. But at the same time, I don't think I could live without internet and video games. So yeah, I'm a mix of both. Like, I don't mind small city settings, but, like, I don't think I could ever live in, like, a huge city. Anyway, I'm getting off track. We got two people here. Cowgirl and Rockstar? Yeah, we'll go with that. We don't know their names yet. Like, oh my god.
Hey, good looking. Nice speech.
Jesus. Jack's wife. Do you know the Rose?
And you are?
Oh, I'm Gina. I'm married to Jack. He runs the gas station. Call me the Rose.
I'd rather
You
not.
look pretty revealing.
Yeah.
Oh, this old thing. Oh, you should see some of my other clothes. You?
No.
Oh, now you are cool. That scar really is a turn-on.
Oh my god.
You should come to my station. I'll give you a little extra service.
That would be great.
Gina, why?
I can't believe how expensive gasoline is nowadays. Some extra service would be great. Now, about my current case. Do you have any information on Anna? Have you seen anything suspicious?
Oh, I don't know. Talk to my hubby about the difficult stuff, okay?
This is getting us nowhere, Zach.
Should have guessed what her personality would be based on her character design. I mean, yeah. So I'm guessing you're Jack.
I ain't got nothing to tell the cops.
Yep, Jack. The Raging Bull. Well,
What about the FBI?
Shut up.
At least give me your name.
I'm Jack. They call me Raging Bull.
That's a manly nickname.
If you want info, it'll cost you. I only talk to Ben Franklin.
You know, first impressions are important. I can detain you for a few days, and maybe you'll become more fun to meet.
Zach, this is a waste of time. Let's go.
Okay. So that was everyone. Dude, it's fucking gross. Plus you're inside. Fucking nasty. So that was everyone out here, except for you? Yeah. I didn't talk to you yet.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, call me York.
Wesley, owner of the gun store called Panda Bear. People around here call me the gunsmith.
Why name it Panda Bear?
Was there something you want to ask me?
How do you make a living running a gun store in a place like this?
I guess that too.
I'd be worried because there can't be that many customers.
Worry gives a small thing a big shadow. I do gunsmith work in my shop, too. If you got the skills, the customers find you. All you need is a network.
I hope so.
Great, I can buy weapons from him. And ammo. And apparently lollipops. I don't think I want any of this. Tack very low. Yeah, no. No thanks. Yeah, we're done here.
You've got quite a selection here. No wonder people come from all around.
Even today, a customer paid me to go to Seattle for some help. I just got back.
I see. Well, I'll be sure to visit your store sometime. I'd like for you to take a look at my gun.
Understood. Look forward to it. The shop will be open again tomorrow. It's usually open from 2000 to 0600. See you then.
Alright. 2000, that's 8 p.m. to 6 a.m.? Those are some weird hours. You'd think it'd be the other way around. Alright.
I'm U.S. Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
You don't need to show the
I
badge
presume you
every
are the
time.
owner of the diner that Anna worked at?
That's right.
Jeez.
I'd like to ask you a few questions about Anna Graham. Did you notice anything strange about her prior to the incident? Nick, are you hiding something?
No, nothing.
Talk to me, bro.
You're sure?
I'm sorry, but I don't like repeating myself.
Very helpful. Thanks. Okay, so he's the diner owner. I assume this is his wife. They seem to like having significant others right next to each other all the time. Oh, I completely missed these people too. Okay, hold on. Well, we'll finish talking to these guys first.
I'm U.S. Special Agent Francis York Morgan. And you are?
Olivia, Nick's wife.
Anna worked at your husband's diner, right? What kind of girl was she?
Well, she was a very hard worker. A nice girl.
Did you ever see her acting strange?
Well, not really. But there was one thing. Well, you see, the diner closes when it rains. Many
Really?
shops do that around here, as you might have heard. Anyway, Anna always seemed unfocused the day after it rained. And came in late, too. It was almost as if she used up all her energy the day before. Come to think of it, that was really strange. Did that legendary monster really kill her?
It wasn't a monster. Just a criminal. Criminal I'm going to catch and bring to justice.
Wow, so like the general said like the rumor about the raincoat killer is based on fact. But the fact that like something happened like probably like years and years ago still affects the town to this day is crazy. Like, to the point where all shops close when it rains. Like, what if you get, like, one of those seasons where, like, it rains, like, every day? Pretty much, like... How do these people make a living? Like, at all. Like, jeez. Oh my god, alright. I remember these guys.
You're Isaac and Isaiah's mother?
Yes, I'm Lily.
I'm FBI Special Agent...
Agent York, right?
You are good.
The handsome special agent from the big city. The facial scar trademark. The way you introduce yourself. Everyone's talking about you.
Well, I can't say much about the scar. But the way I introduce myself, Zach and I consider it a kind of ritual of sorts.
Everyone has their own rituals. It's like always leaving the house left foot first. It's one of those things.
You certainly are a funny one.
So, have you noticed anything strange or out of place recently?
Well, Becky's been taking a couple of days off from work, but aside from that, I heard she was in shock after the murder.
Excuse me.
But,
You think there's something else?
well, I took the boys along to see her today. She's always so kind to them, and they love seeing her too. But she took in the boys and told me to wait outside. Something about a special secret between just the three of them. I just couldn't understand it.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, that's interesting. Thank you, Lily.
Perhaps we should give Becky a visit tomorrow, Zach.
Okay, so I have to visit Becky, Anna's mom, the general. Anyone else yet? Who knows?
Yeah!
Oh no.
Hey there, FBI. I'm Keith Ingram.
Oh my god.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, call me York. That's what everyone always calls me.
Okay, York. No problem, man.
So, Keith, I hear you run the Milk Barn convenience store.
That's right, man. Rock and roll!
Do you sell raincoats there by any chance?
Yeah, but nobody ever buys them, though. Anyone who wears one of them, I say, just ain't a rocker. But you know,
What
that
does that have to
scar of
do-
yours,
Bro.
now that scar rocks.
This scar rocks? Now that's a new one. I'll drop by your store soon and let's talk then.
Yeah, cool, man. Rock on, FBI!
Oh my god. I love that you got some, like, you know, normal people, right? Like, super generic. Kind of like pacify for normal society. And then you got Keith. Like the couple other people in this game. It's just like... Oh boy. Alright. Oh, who else am I gonna talk to? You? No, apparently I've talked to Carol. Or maybe we just know her name because she came in late. Is there anyone else we haven't talked to? You guys? And apparently you.
Good evening, Agent.
Oh, great. Friends.
Good evening, Mr.
Brian, the gravekeeper. Brian.
Mr. Brian. I like the retro look. Auditioning for Little Grave on the Prairie?
Anna. Oh, she was so beautiful. Too soon.
It wasn't even that funny.
Too soon to
God,
go
I
to the
wasn't
grave.
prepared.
So sad. So sad.
I totally agree. That's why I'm here, looking for the one who did it. Were you close to her?
Alright,
Anna. Her smile. So warm. Anna. Blonde hair. So bright.
There's a graveyard somewhere in town, Zach. I'm not excited about the idea, but maybe we should at least check it out.
You're just gonna go everywhere. Like, jeez. Okay, so we met the creepy gravekeeper. We got these two guys. And yeah, I got everyone out here, right? Yes. Wait, did we ever talk to Usha? I have a feeling we just talked to Fiona and then walked away. Hold on. Or, oh, I guess maybe we did. Because it's not letting me talk to him. So I guess talk to these guys?
You're York, right? I'm Richard Dunn, the owner of the darts bar, Swery 65. How'd you like the town?
Oh, it's great. Aside from the murder that happened here.
Yep. Murder just doesn't fit with a small town like ours.
Well, Richard, I'll have to correct you on that. Crimes don't care about size. Big town, small town, just isn't a factor.
I guess you're right.
So, how did you know Anna?
I've known her since she was a child. She was the same age as my son. You know, she always stood out, being pretty and all, just like her mother, Sally.
What do you know about Sally?
Well, I went all through school with her right here in town. I never thought our children would be the same age.
I don't see her here today.
Ah, well, see, she lost her husband, and this time it's her daughter. She's at home right now, trying to make peace with it all.
You seem to know a lot. How long have you been in love with her?
Hey, don't go there. That scar of yours tells me you got your hands full too, right? Let's not dive into personal matters. It'll be better for you and me.
You're right, Richard. Collecting gossip won't help with the matter at hand.
I mean, I guess York is an OPI agent. He'd pick up on stuff like that. Also, this came to mind, like, a while ago, and then I forgot it. Excuse me, forgot about it, but, like, why is it whenever York brings up Zach, no one says anything? Because it's not like Zach's a real person, you know, hanging out with York. Just saying. Also, Swery 65 is the name of the bar. Jeez. The director of this game is Swery. So, yeah. That's not him, I guess.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
So Anna was killed. But why does that bring the FBI here?
I have an interest in murder cases involving young women.
Well, you know, man, this might just be another case to you. But it means the death of a friend to me. I don't want you taking this lightly like it's just another case.
I never take anything of this nature lightly, I assure you. I'm here to apprehend the perpetrator who did this.
Yeah, because local enforcement can't shine their own boots, right?
Good point. You can't always count on the police now, can you? But that doesn't mean you're going to capture the perpetrator yourself. Quint.
True.
How do you know my name?
I memorized the name of every citizen before arriving in town.
Really?
I also know about you and your significant other.
You mean Becky?
Don't underestimate the FBI. We know and see everything.
I'm sorry if I was a little harsh. I want to help, I do. Okay?
Okay, Zach, I'll tell you how I knew his name. He's got a small Q on his hat. That was the only name beginning with Q that I could think of. He was even kind enough to tell us his girlfriend's name. I can read him like a book, Zach.
God damn it, York. I should have known. Like, it didn't slow zoom on the Q anyway. Oh, goddamn. I'm dying. How long have I been streaming? An hour. I can probably make it one more. Maybe I should... Hold on. I'm going to use a cough drop real quick, guys. I hope you don't mind. You probably don't. There's only like one other person watching this right now besides me, so... Yep, sorry. I'm pretty sure I'm getting sick. Which sucks, but whatever, it's flu season, it's gonna happen. Can't keep this item anymore. I can't take the cigarettes, what? I have too much stuff in my inventory. Since when? No. I'm maxed out on cigs. That's why. Alright, that's fine. Let's talk to Carol. I think she's like the last person.
Anna was an airhead.
What do you mean? Are you saying she was killed because she was an airhead? Or are you saying that she was an airhead for being killed?
I'm sure she's still an airhead, even in heaven. She changed her hair every day. If she lost a pound, she'd be ecstatic. Gain one, and she'd almost be in tears. She broke many, many plates every day at the diner, and she'd always have a smile on her face. Always having fun. Everyone looked at her and knew she was a cute, adorable, loving airhead. But they would be smiling right along with her. I wouldn't be surprised if the angels smiled with her too.
Okay.
Isaac and Isaiah said that Anna was a fairy of the forest, a goddess.
What? Okay, bye.
Agent Morgan, I'd like to let everyone go home now. Let's go outside.
Okay, so she was the last person to talk to. I used to continue. What? I died at some point? Oh, that must have been like the last time I streamed this game. That was like months ago. Jeez. I made $260. I got 6,000 bucks. $6,500. Jeez. Got so much money. Yes, I want to save.
Well then, Agent York, do you have any plans for this evening?
I was going to head back to the hotel and go over my notes. I need to contact HQ and give a progress report too.
Okay, then let's call it a day here.
Sounds good.
Contact my office when you finish your report. We'll pick you up tomorrow morning. Diane, the owner of the art gallery, should be back soon.
All right then, let's do that.
What peak?
Hold on, Agent York. We're going out to eat at Nick's Diner. Would you like to come with us?
The diner. That might be nice.
I mean, yeah.
Thomas is a great cook, but Nick is the real deal. No visit to Greenvale is complete without eating at the A&G.
A very appealing proposition. Zach, what do you think? We can always go back to the hotel after eating dinner. Or go directly back to the hotel. You decide, Zach.
We're gonna go out and eat, bro. Of course.
Mm-hmm.
I've been sheriff here for a long time now, and this is the worst murder I've ever seen.
Our town is a little odd in some ways, but it's usually a peaceful place.
Wait, so people have been murdered
We had our
before?
fair share of cases, but just the regular stuff. A high school kid shoplifting from the milk barn, maybe? Or some hot-headed kids fighting, fueled on liquor?
Yeah.
Nothing more than that.
Agent York, what kind of cases have you dealt with in the past?
Not much different from those you've just mentioned. The case I was on until last month, well, the guy killed 7 girls in a 3-month period. He sawed their heads off from the neck and took them back to his house. He cleaned the skulls up and used them as utensils in his daily life, to eat from or as a urine cup. He hated women. That was his way of dealing with it. He'd fill skulls with ice, cola, and rum, then he'd down it in one gulp. For him, that was a holy ritual. The question of his mental state was the pivotal point in the court case.
Oh, man.
For me, he was insane. 100%. Drinking from the skulls, well, that is one thing. But those he had used to relieve himself, he would then just use them to drink from, too.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that doesn't seem...
Yeah, that was too much for me. It's just not sanitary.
Not sanitary. That's probably not the problem for most of us.
What else? Ah, yes. An ingenious law school student raped over 800 victims. That was a nasty one.
Thank you, Agent York. Now, let's talk about something else.
You don't want to hear any more?
No.
That's a shame, isn't it, Zach? I was just about to get to the good part, too.
Sounds like you live in a totally different world. I mean, you're like an elite agent who just jumped out from a movie or something.
I mean, yeah.
In your eyes, we must look like we're just playing cops and robbers. I give up. I can't compete with you.
Don't say that, Emily. The cases you have solved are all full-fledged crimes. A crime is a crime. Size doesn't matter. There is no big and small. Crimes always have a criminal and a victim. No victim will ever welcome a crime, no matter what its size. So, fundamentally, there is no difference in size.
Yes, I guess.
Well said, Agent Morgan. We work day and night to preserve peace and order in this town. You understand that, right?
Who's he talking to?
Of course. But still, I don't view shoplifting and Anna's murder as the same level of crime.
Me neither. I never even dreamt that such a thing could ever even happen in this town. I keep on expecting to see Anna here in this diner, waiting on tables.
Oh no.
Excuse us, Agent Morgan. We should have made dinner a more uplifting experience. Let's call it a night.
Okay. Good night, then.
The game crashed. Even the game couldn't handle it. It was just like, nope. This is too depressing. Which is funny because it's still trying to load. Wait, did it actually crash? It's still trying to load. I feel like it did. But I'm not getting the option to exit out. Hold on, we'll see. This might be like infinite loading screen. Yeah, run to a mirror. Yep, it crashed. Alright. This is why, I record using display capture. Because this game crashes a lot. Alright, so I'll load up again and see where it puts me. Like where the next checkpoint was. Where it saved. I can't skip any of this. Why can't I skip this? Alright, there we go. Yeah, let's see where it puts me.
Previously, during the investigation, these puppies are making...
I've already seen this. I still have to sneeze. Hold on. This better just be allergies.
Well then, Agent York, do you have any plans for this evening?
I was going
Can I
to...
skip dialogue?
Alright then, let's do that.
Yeah. Alright,
Or go directly
I'm
back
gonna
to the
skip all
hotel.
this, 'cause we
You
already
decide,
seen it.
Zach.
Let's go eat. Hold on.
I've been sheriff here for a long time.
Don't say that, Emily. The cases you have...
Sorry, I forgot that our washer gets like really loud and obnoxious, and I think it was picking up on mic. So. Hopefully it's still down. There we go. So I don't have a time limit right now, I just have to get back to the hotel, I think, because it's nighttime. And I think everyone's closed. So let's, yeah, just drive there, I guess. I don't think any of them... Hold on. 30%. Is there another vehicle I can take? There's more gas in it. Do you think the gas station's still available? This game, I swear. Like, I don't want to have to deal with, like, real life problems. Like filling the car up with gas and using blinkers. Okay, let's see. Where's the gas station at? Let's even show up. Does it only show up on the minimap? I think it only shows up on the minimap, because... Yeah. Alright, well that sucks. I have no idea where the gas station is, hold on. It has to show up on the main map. Bank, sheriff department, Anna's house, Ryan's house, Galaxy Terror. And like, this is as large as the city is. So, if it's not here... Thomas and Carol's house. community center is where we just were. Peace house. Oh my god, the gas station's all the way over here? What? Alright. So, where's that compared to where I am? Okay, I need to take a left and just follow this out. And then if I take this road... we have to go like the long way around to get to the hotel though. That's fine, I guess. Whatever. So I just follow this road out of town. That should take me to the gas station.
So, where shall we go next?
I think. Did I go the right way? Oh god. So I'm always worried about that. And the map changes like position on like which way you're facing, so it always confuses me. So is this the right road? It is. Okay, good. They're like way out there. Okay, so I have blinkers and windshield wipers. What is the lights? There's gotta be lights, right? There we go. They don't do shit. No, jeez. Right. Yep, here's the gas station up here. Don't pass it, please. Closed! But I need gas. But I need gas for my vehicle. Well. I guess we're not getting gas. But, trading card though. Yeah, great. Fantastic. Exactly what I wanted. Oh boy. Do you think we can make it to the hotel? With what? 19% fuel? We'll see. God, can you guys not stomp up the steps when you enter the building? I don't know if you guys could hear that or not. Like, Jesus.
Zach, we can take a rest if you're tired.
We have to get to the hotel first. York? Like, come on. Alright, so I just have to follow this road, right? Out. This looks like it's the wrong way. Is this supposed to turn somewhere? Fuck. Hold on. I think it, yeah, I need to turn around. If I turn around and go back. Just follow this road. This one? Alright, I'm going away. Great. Wasting even more fuel, Jesus. I'm sorry. Yeah, today's gonna be a short stream. I'm like dying. And it better just be allergies, because allergies I can get over. I don't want this to be like the actual flu or something. I got stuff to do. I can't be getting like actually sick. Oh god. The low fuel sound. Jeez. Okay, where's the hotel? Right there. Where am I? All the way down here. Go up, and then left, and then right. I'll be there. I might run out of gas, so. I'll probably run out of gas. There's another gas station. Is this one open? It's closed. Why are the gas stations closed? I think this is the one I passed. I think there's only one gas station, to be honest. Well, there's a solution for this. Let's see. Use it. Thanks. This probably hits full gas, right? Oh my god, it does. It's probably a waste of a flare, but whatever. What? Alright, I'll be up later. Yep, that was my niece telling me it's time to eat. But, yeah, what time is it? I'm gonna be streaming until like 8. So, oh Jesus, fuck! This car goes faster than I think it does. Yeah, this car goes super fast compared to the other one. Jesus, I was not prepared. Also, I took a wrong turn somewhere. Or no, I'm still good if I take a left at this road, the second one. Alright. It should be okay. God, I cannot drive in this game. Wait. Wasn't it this road that we were supposed to take up? Was it the next one? Oh jeez. Are you serious? Why am I so bad at this? I'm a dead end. I need to take a right. Right. Another right. And then a third right. I passed it. Back. And he's just throwing a fit upstairs. Can hear her like stomping around. Jeez. Oh, it's a left, not a right. Okay, hold on. Which way do I want to go? To get to the hotel. Right? Yeah, right, and then down the curb here. Here we go. Yep. Sorry guys. I get lost easily when it comes to driving and following instructions, like maps.
No, nothing. Just my imagination.
What do you think about this road? Jeez. Jesus. The controls, like, for the car are so sensitive. Especially, like, when you're going really fast. Alright, here we go. Someone sent me a message. Why? I didn't even hear it go off. What's going on with my phone?
Okay then, Zach. Let's go back over our progress.
Alright, let's
First, the
begin.
victim, Anna's death.
I forgot everything.
She was found hanging from a tree in the forest. She was cut open with a knife from her chest down to her stomach. That was the direct cause of death. The strangulation marks and skull fracture were caused after death. Her tongue was also bit off, and I found something inside her mouth.
Do you remember what that was, Zach?
Oh, the red seed.
That's right. We found the same red seed in her mouth. According to Emily, it was raining when Anna was killed, but traces of tears were still evident on her face. Which means the perpetrator killed Anna under a roof in the lumber mill, and then carried her body into the woods after it stopped raining. We found numerous important pieces of evidence at the site of the crime. A total of 4 things.
Knee prints in the grass, a wood chip with metal dust, a photo of a man with a tattoo on his back, and one other thing. Do you remember what that was, Zach?
Broken stiletto heel.
That's right, a broken stiletto heel. Aligning this with the other evidence suggests that 2 people came into contact with Anna's body prior to it being discovered by us. Those being the perpetrator who killed Anna and Miss Stiletto Heel. There is also the possibility that a third party carried Anna to the woods. That means we could be dealing with 3 people. 2 or 3 people. In any case, Miss Stiletto Heel may have vital information. We need to find her next. We didn't use forensic methods, but we're still closing in on the criminal. Have I forgotten anything?
Ah, of course. The marks on her hand tell us that Anna was gripping something when she died. Do you remember that, Zach?
Yeah, it was a necklace?
What do you think she was holding on to?
Oh, during an adoption. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think it was a round object. It's probably a necklace.
That's right. A round object. The marks on her hand suggest a peace mark. The man in the photo found in the woods had a tattoo of an upside-down peace mark on his back. These 2 could well be related. But we don't know for sure. Next, the townfolk. A few are worthy of special attention. Carol McLean, the singer and bar owner. She's Thomas's sister. Then there's Nick Cormack, the owner of the diner. Both of them seem to be hiding something.
Yeah, that's like half the townspeople, though.
There's Diane, the owner of the art gallery, who is out of town. Then we have problematic, old, rich, and eccentric Harry. Both will be tough to crack. Well, we just have to go one by one. I've been thinking, one of the biggest rewards here is the fantastic food. Enjoying food is cultural, and yet it's also a bit uncivilized. It's interesting how good food motivates me to work harder during investigations.
Oh, and on Emily's back, it was strange to me.
What?
Hey, don't take that the wrong way, Zach. I wasn't getting all excited or anything. But it did make me feel strange, nostalgic, and sad almost.
Alright.
It's starting to rain. I think this case may take a while.
Ellie! Lunchtime, Ellie!
I'll eat later.
You'll eat right now, young lady. You need to listen to your mother.
I want to hear the rest of the story.
Eat your lunch, then take a nap. Then I'll tell you the rest.
But I want to hear it now.
There's no need to rush things. You must live your life at the pace that is right for you.
Honey! Are you coming?
So much food. Oh man. Hello. What? Oh, I wonder if that continues throughout the entire game, not per chapter. Right, okay, never mind. $7,000. I got an achievement. Episode 1 cleared. Wait, really? How many episodes are there? Oh god, we're back here with the twins again.
Are you thirsty?
You must be very thirsty.
You only take milk with your coffee?
Coffee with milk. That's all.
Okay.
Who are you?
My name is Becky.
That's right.
What are you doing here?
My name is Becky.
Anna's friend?
My name is Becky.
We get it.
After your throat is quenched, you must do what you must do.
Take a sip of coffee and go.
Huh?
Oh man, I'm actually missed the Premonition. It's like so weird, I love it. Also, York, you need to shave, my bro. Episode 2, Part 1. They left me a lollipop and a chocolate chip cookie. Nice. I guess I'll go. Oh, whoa. What? it supposed to do that, or is it a game glitch?
That's me.
Oh,
That's
I'm
me
really
when
good.
it happened.
Zach, this case looks like it's directly related to us.
Is
I
it?
do not know how yet, but I do know I need some coffee.
George said he'd have someone pick us up in the parking lot. Let's get some breakfast with Polly first.
Alright, I'm gonna maybe change the suit. Does the suit need to be washed? Yeah, it does. Clean. Change clothes to this one. And then, clean this one. Nice. Then I'm gonna shave, and then I'm gonna save. And yeah, I'm gonna be done. They'll be just short of like 2 hours, but like my allergies are killing me. I'm starting to get a headache, and I'm hungry, so I think it's best to end the stream sooner than later. Not bad. Yep. Okay, where's the phone at? Here it is. Save. Yes, save. Alright. So, I'm gonna leave this here. If I'm feeling better by tomorrow, or even like later on today, then I'll stream again. If not, well, you guys will know. Because obviously there will be nothing on my channel, and I won't have any time listed on Twitter. Okay, what else to say before getting off? Yeah. Oh, I started a straw poll. It's in the little chat box on Twitch underneath this video on my channel. Basically asking what game you guys want to see after Dragon's Dogma, because, you know, Dragon's Dogma has been going on for a while and I'm gonna finish it. And, like, if you guys want to see it after Dragon's Dogma, or if you'd be okay with, like, also seeing it, like, during, so, like, switching between the days, so playing Dragon's Dogma one day, and then, like, the other game another day. Kind of flip-flopping every once in a while between them. Yeah, so, you guys will have to let me know. But anyway, thanks for stopping by and checking out the stream, hanging out. I know this was a really short stream, like, I'm sorry, but, like, I kinda got sick. It kinda got worse, which sucks. But, you know, I'm human, it happens. So yeah, thank you guys for, like, putting up with, like, all my nonsense using Stifling and all that, and, all the other random noises and interruptions, you know? See you guys some other time. Bye.